What's going on, everybody? It's the Tree Lord, and today I'm bringing you a follow-up video to my Yellow Kikoru Kaiju No. 8 aggro deck list. Now in this video, we're doing a deeper dive into the deck using the EX Deck Builder as our main tool. In this video, we're going to go over a few different things, featuring deck stats, top cards, win condition, and weaknesses. So let's get right into it. Taking a look at the deck list before we look at stats, here's a quick recap. In that list, we're running Hakuwa, Reno, and Kikoru as our 0-cost package. After that, we've got our 1-cost Reno and our 2-cost Kikoru. We've got the Raid Reno and Color Trigger Kikoru, and Kafka for our combo engine, and Ihuru as our combo extender. We're using Mina for our late game finisher, and Raid Kikoru as our boss card. For the events, we're running 3 finals, 4 screening exam, and 4 specials. Alright, now let's talk about the game plan. The question this deck asks is simple. How do I go aggro, and how do I go aggro fast? The answer is consistency, and the stats back that up. We're running 12 0-cost cards. That gives us about an 87% chance to open with a 0 and not need to mulligan. If you do mulligan, that jumps to roughly 98%. In turn 1, you almost always have something to play, with turn 2 about a 58% of the time naturally, which effectively is 100% with a mulligan when you factor in APs and sequencing. In real games, you feel this consistency. This deck really doesn't brick, and it doesn't fight itself. Everything is cheap, everything converts into pressure, and now let's talk about the cards that really make that happen. The top cards in the deck are Screening Exam, which is the most important card in the deck. It's 3 energy for 1 action point that lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You get to play a yellow character with 4 or less required energy and 1 AP resting, or perform raid with it. Then you bottom the rest. This card almost never whiffs, so for 1 AP, you almost always get a body, and bodies on board are the name of the game. It also lets you raid into Raid Reno or Raid Kikoru, which means you're either starting a combo, extending a combo, or finishing a combo. Think of Screening Exam as extending your hand by 4 cards for 1 critical moment, and that moment is usually enough. Let's take a look at Raid Reno. If you have another 3 cost on the line, he gains 500 BP becoming 4000, and when played, he lets you drop a yellow character with 3 or less required energy and 1 AP from your hand resting. This is the card that turns Screening Exam into a full board. 1 AP in, multiple bodies out. That's pressure. Now the next card we're going to look at is Kafka. When played, on your turn you pay 1 AP, then draw a card. Then play a yellow character with 3 or less required energy and 1 AP from your hand resting. I'm going to repeat this a lot. This deck wants bodies. It wants to say, my board is full, what are you going to do about it? And if they clear it, you rebuild it, because everything is cheap. The next card we're going to look at is the Color Trigger Kikoru. When she's played by an effect, you get an AP back. Now here's the important combo. Screening Exam into Raid Reno. Raid Reno drops Kafka. Kafka pays 1 AP to drop Kikoru. Kikoru refunds that AP. Now you have Raid Reno, Kafka, and Kikoru for basically 1 AP. That's where this deck gets scary. Now here's a quick energy line quick tip. Always try to keep 1 Kafka, 1 Reno, and 1 Kikoru on your energy line at all times. Kafka is the easiest way to set up your energy early and never have to think about it again. If you see Kafka early, put him in your energy. Don't push it to the front unless you absolutely need to. Now we're going to take a look at the boss card, Raid Kikoru. She gains different abilities based on how many 3-cost characters are on the same line as her. If you have 1 or more, it's Impact, 2 or more, Draw and Attack, 3 or more, 5000 BP, and she always gives 500 BP to another character when attacking. If your energy line is set, you can play her fully online immediately. Impact, attacking pressure, big stats, and you still have AP left. It's honestly wild. The last card I want to mention is the Ihuru Furuhashi. When played, you choose up to 1 other character on your field, and it gains 500 BP, and if this card's played by an effect, he gets to come in active, which means he buffs a thing and adds more attacking pressure when he comes in, adding for an extended combo piece that you can use to loop in with any of the other cards I mentioned earlier. Now, we're going to take a look at that Mina that I mentioned earlier. She gets to attack from the energy line, and her activate main gives 1000 BP. I run 2, but you almost never need both. She's here to finish games. Late game, she turns into a surprise 5th attack that allows you to win games and convert all that pressure into a W. Your win condition is simple in this deck. Build a full board, Keep it full and keep attacking. Force your opponent to make uncomfortable decisions. If they clear your board, you rebuild it. That's the strength of the deck. Now, the major weaknesses of this deck is that it's honestly a glass cannon. Most of your bodies are 3,000 to 3,500, and that means removal hurts, blocking hurts, and you're going to have to take life early. But all of that is okay. Your defense is pressure. You don't want to block, you want to swing. If you start losing attackers, the deck slows down. And a couple special tips coming up here. Against big boss decks, try to always keep a special in hand or even mulligan for it. Let them commit, take some life, and special their boss off the board. Then you keep swinging. And a couple special notes for some non-favorable matchups. With Yellow Mina, I always find that that's a good counter for this deck because she rests our attackers. And rested attackers can't do what the deck wants to do. And the mirror I've always found is kind of coin flippy. Overall, that's the deep dive. The deck list is linked below, and we'll have more videos coming soon with combo lines, matchups, and other decks I'm testing. If you have a deck you want me to try, drop it in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Tree Lord, out.